I know a guy.
Kim. How come Josh knows everybody? That's so funny. Oh my god. Ah! Why is it so cute? Hello, so if you join this Patreon, I have all of these things here. Just wanted to show what I have basically. I didn't get to finish Heart Killers, but everything else I finished, so yeah. Thank you. I've also now got Anteam reactions, SB19 reactions, some bandmate reactions. I'm gonna have different reactions on here, different things that people may want, so please let me know what you want, and you know, then it'll be on here. Okay, hello. So I am gonna be listening to these songs, and depending on, I saw in like the Lngshot thing where this video is, it's got like a whole load of different like live bits. So some of them are shorts and then some of them are actual videos. So what I'm gonna do is, depending on which songs I like the most, I'll watch those videos in this video, I think, depending on how long this will end up being. But you know, because I don't know, I was gonna pause after each song, but we'll see anyway. But anyway, I think this will be cool though, because then I can do like, you know, I can do like the performance type bits. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a performance, but it's like 1 minute or 2 minute videos of like them, I think, singing or rapping the parts, or maybe just dancing to the song. I don't actually know what they're going to be doing, obviously, in the videos, because I haven't watched the videos, but because that would spoil the song, obviously. So yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting though, because I think it was the Woojin and Ryul song that I saw where it's got like a full performance thingy, and it's them like with mics and stuff in the thumbnail. So I think that would be kind of cool to watch. I am interested with this, like with this actual thingy. Obviously the first song is Lngshot, so it's going to be all 4 of them, and then the other ones, so the second one's Ryul by himself, which is awesome, finally getting like, it's actually a long looking song as well. Oh, it might just be 2 minutes, but still it's a longer song than I think the other one he had. Hopefully it just doesn't have like long endings and long beginnings, because that's the issue with the other one. And then there's a Ryul and Louis song, which is crazy. Woojin and Ryul, which makes sense. Ryul with Louis is actually really interesting. I wonder how that dynamic would be, because obviously Louis' voice would be so high here. So obviously Ryul must be rapping with Louis singing, right? That would make sense. And then Woojin and Ryul could be either way, right? They could be both rapping, or Woojin could be singing and rapping, or they could both be singing and rapping. It'd be really interesting. And then Woojin's got a song by himself too. And then Ohyul and Louis will be interesting to watch as well. I think Next to You is the one that has like a Christmas remix or something, but I don't know. And then Woojin and Louis will be really interesting, because I love their tones. Like, they sound really good when they sing next to each other as well. And I think it'll be really interesting to hear the differences in their voices, because they sound so similar to me. Honestly, I'm always surprised with how many people don't talk about Woojin's voice, because they talk so much about Louis, but Woojin has such a good voice too. Like, the tone of his voice is also really good and really unique, so I don't really understand why nobody talks about that. But yeah, so that last song, I think, because it says Ohyul and Louis again with Next to You twice, so I think that might be like a remix, or maybe it's like but all of them singing that together. I don't know actually, but either way, it's gonna be cool to watch all of these. So should we just get into it? I think it'll be really interesting, and I think they have lyrics on here, so let's just see if I can even tell who everybody is. But I also don't want to talk through the song, because then I'll miss stuff, so I'll probably just talk at the very end, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, if there's like parts that I like, I'll probably end up saying, oh my god, that was awesome, you know, in the middle of it. But that's just what will happen. It's just my immediate reaction to say that I love that part or whatever. So yeah, just a disclaimer, I guess, because I won't pause in the middle of the song unless there's like an advert that pops up at a random. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just listen. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was a really cool line though. The robbery one. Okay, that's the end of that. Bro. Okay, that was such an interesting way to start. I actually really like this song. Okay. How am I gonna start? Wait, so, oh god. How do I even begin? First of all, I love the way they put Ryul on their songs. You know, when it's all four of them. I love the way they put Ryul in a song, because sometimes they have him just do the rap part. Sometimes they have him in Never Let Go. They have him singing like the end part as well, right? The outro, which is the same like chorus, but he's like doing it in more of like the beat's not there and everything, so it's just like him being kind of cool. And I love the way that they do that, because I mean, I don't know if because obviously he sounds really good when he sings that part, but he primarily obviously raps, which is really interesting because he could do some more singing if he wanted to, but I guess in songs like Never Let Go, it makes sense that he did that because he only had like that rap part otherwise, and he wouldn't have gotten much. So I like the fact that they did that for him. But I also think because he has the deepest voice, right, they could really have him being like because sometimes when Ryul comes in, you can hear somebody underneath, you know, that's what I was reacting to a few times in there. You can hear somebody else underneath. I think sometimes it was Woojin, and then sometimes it was Ohyul, I think, anyway. But at one point it was definitely Woojin, because I know that voice, and I was like, oh my god, because it sounded really cool, because sometimes he was like repeating back kind of underneath what Ryul was saying, and sometimes he was just going like, ooh, you know, like different kind of notes, but like higher, because Ryul's voice is so low you can hear it, but it's like so far down. You can probably hear it a lot better if you had like headphones on or anything, but it sounds really good, bro. It sounds really good. Now with me, because I edit these in my AirPods, so obviously I'll be hearing all these songs anyway, but when I make my dinner, I'll be listening to all these songs anyway, because I will literally put them straight on my playlist if I like them, and then I will just be listening to them that way anyway. But I'll probably add them all anyway, so that I can see which ones I like more, in terms of like, oh, it's gonna be really cool actually, because this is I can't even wait. I want to write down actually like which ones I'm gonna like, because obviously I think this is the only song that's all of them in this whole thing, so that's gonna be kind of cool. Like, if wait, did they release this before they released the actual like sourcing things? Oh no, it's been a month since the EP training day thing, but obviously they will have made that ages ago. No, it's been, oh yeah, it's been 4 months since sourcing. So this was the first thing that came out. The mixtape was the first thing that came out. That's crazy. Like, to actually think about that, that's crazy. Oh, I haven't even been back here to see the things here, but sourcing has 11 million views, and then Moonwalking has 43 million. Like, people obviously loved that song a lot more than sourcing, which it kind of makes sense. Oh, they did All Good. Is that the Woojin and Ryul song, the All Good thing? Is that the song they're going to be singing on here? Hold on. It might be. I think it's in Korean, so I don't actually know what the name of it is, but that sucks. But yeah, I really like this song. I like the vibe of this song. I do find it interesting that they sing. Like, I love the fact that Ryul always has his parts in Korean. Like, he does sometimes have a bit of you know, a bit of like English, but mostly he raps in Korean, which I like, because they most of the time sing their like chorus or verses in English. So I kind of like that it's a difference. And obviously there are definitely Korean lyrics in there, because I was reading the lyrics, so I knew when it was English and when it wasn't. But it was really cool. I actually really like this. I do find it interesting, as I say, that a lot of their lyrics are about like dating girls or whatever, because they're so young. But it's also so funny because it kind of makes sense that this is what we think they'd be thinking of whilst they're, you know, writing songs. And I love the fact that they can do this, because like there's so many K-pop groups that would not be able to write these types of things into the lyrics and shit and have them actually be out there for the world to see. So I kind of love that. But yeah, this was awesome, bro. I'm trying to if anybody has any, so I do want to say, for the training day thing, I think my favorite songs from there, like when I'm looking at it now and I'm looking at the track list, I think, I don't know what my thing was back then, but my new like list now is Boothang by Woojin, because I freaking love that song still. Like, that one's my favorite for sure. Vanilla Days, and then Good Girl by Louis, and then Summer Eye, and then 4shoboiz. Now I think because Ryul's song was so short, I feel like that's one of the reasons why it's so low for me, but it's still a really good song. I just wish it was longer. Like, that's my main thing with that. Like, none of the songs are bad though, that's the whole thing. Like, all of the songs are amazing, and that's why it's really hard to actually say which one's your favorites. But the one that I listen to the most is definitely Boothang, because like whenever I want to go listen to this EP, if I only have time for like one song or two songs or whatever, I always go for Boothang and Vanilla Days. So, you know, those are the songs that I go towards straight away. So you know, those are the ones that I love the most. But yeah, also I want to talk about like Lngshot. If anybody wants me to watch like any of the behind the scenes things or anything, like, please let me know, because I might start putting like Lngshot on my Patreon. We'll see though, depends. Like, I don't know whether I should watch it on Patreon or not, but we'll see. But I haven't watched the full thing, but I've seen part of well, not even part of, but it was just like an edit thing, because it was Louis screaming at that haunted house. So like his voice, like his scream is so freaking high pitched, like it's crazy. I had my AirPods in and I had to take them out because it was killing my ears, bro. It was crazy. Anyway, let's get into the next one. So, Trust Myself, Ryul. So let's go. We're gonna hear his solo. It's gonna be interesting. I really hope there aren't any things in the, what's it called, like advert. Ooh. Oh. I love that echo. Ooh. Yeah, I like this one a lot more than the other one. Like Ryul's like solo. I like this one a lot more. It's like longer and you got more chance to show off, if that makes sense, you know. I really love the lyrics. I really hope he wrote them himself. I'm sure he probably did, but I love the lyrics, like especially as soon as it started. Basically I loved it. Like it was so, oh my god, like I love the, wait a minute, I'm trying to get back to it, but it says, he says, where is it? Y'all, all I've got is rap, my desire piling up and up inside, trust myself. I love that because it's like, yeah, you have to like he's got like the you know, the want to become a rapper, the want to become better, the want to like write his own stuff, the want to do all these things, and then there's going to be people that hate it or whatever it is, you know. There's always going to be people that are going to frown on it, whatever. Scared or indifference, attention to. No more chances like this. I really, yeah, this part, the very first like verse technically, I guess, when he says my fire, lately my fire's been burning low, running low. Bruh. I couldn't pause it in the right time, so we have to go back, but let me hold on. Yeah, fire's been running low, need a new spark, want something better. Even when I try to change, I still want more. I love that's just me being real, pressure in my head, but I gotta keep finding my reason. Yeah, this is the part, because I'm becoming an idol, the standards are high. It's hot heat wave season. Even every time the results ain't the same. Bruh, for real. I'm running in circles, too many problems. Internet gangsters, endless scandals. Framing people for nothing. Bruh, I love what he's saying, because it's a whole bunch of different things, right? It's like he's just saying everything in his mind in this moment for this song, which is so cool. I love the fact that they got to do this, and that he's basically saying everything that he wants to. Like, for sure, like, being an idol is definitely going to be different than just being a rapper, you know, that if he wanted to be like a solo rapper or whatever, you know, in his mind at first, it's so different being an idol, because you have so many more expectations than being like, just like, because even Jay Park, like, I feel like Jay Park can do whatever the fuck he wants, because, you know, no one really cares, not about him, but like no one really cares about like what he's doing, because he's done so many things at this point. Like, he's an old generation person, you know what I mean? So it really doesn't matter what he does. Like, he's not gonna fail, because he's already up there. But yeah, I think with Lngshot, I feel like because they have the backing of Jay Park, there's nothing that they could do wrong in ways of like what he would want them to do, right? Because he wants them to be different to, he wants them to be able to do what they want, rather than having to do what a CEO or somebody else would want them to do, right? I do think it's interesting though, because obviously we know that Moonwalking was like a song that Woojin had for himself. I do think it's interesting that obviously he wanted it to be for them all, so that's like the reason we got Moonwalking for all of them instead of just being Woojin's song, which is so interesting. I really love that song as well, so it actually really makes sense that it was Woojin's song because of the fact that I love Woojin's like solo, you know, in the training day EP. So it makes so much sense that it would be Woojin's main song, like solo song, which means Woojin actually got that one because I think it was meant to be Jay Park's, right, because it had the cha-cha beat boy part, so they probably changed the lyrics for him, but like, or maybe he changed them, but either way it's kind of cool, you know, because I would love to know what the original one would have sounded like where it was just Woojin, right, because they probably had to change a lot of things, because obviously I'm assuming, I mean, if Woojin got to do the rap part like that Ryul got, that'd be really interesting. Like if that rap part was actually in it when Woojin had the song, that would be really cool. I'd love to know what he would have sounded like on that song. But yeah, I don't know why you can tell my bias is Woojin, bruh. What the heck. Anyway, I love this song, bro. This was so good. I'm telling you, I really like this one way more than the other Ryul one, and it's not like that one was bad, as I say. This one's just got more to it, you know. He's showing way more off, if that makes sense. So I love this one more. Yeah, this one's a lot better. But as I say, the lyrics, yes, bro, the lyrics are really good in this one, because this one's not even just about like, he's not even talking about anything about like you know, girls or anything. It's literally about like people, you know, that are probably gonna hate them, or that whatever else it is, you know, because he's definitely, did he go on a rap show? That would be really interesting to know if he went on a rap show or something, actually, because that would make sense how he is like thinking about going from a rapper to an idol, right? Because that would be difficult if you've already been established as a rapper in different places, especially if it's like an underground rap type scene that he was in before, right? Because that's got to be difficult. Anyway, let's get to the next one. So Ryul and Louis, Thinking, I think that's what it's called. Let's go. Yeah, Thinking. It's gonna be cool. As I say, I don't know if it's gonna be Louis singing, Ryul rapping, but it's gonna be cool. So let's go. Yeah, I really love that he keeps saying that, Ryul style. Louis' songs are always about the same thing. Every song he's in. I like this song. Oh my god, wait, don't tell me it's over. Oh my god, it's already over. That was a really short part that Louis got. That was a really freaking short part. Like, honestly, that's crazy how short Louis' part was. I did not expect that. It's really hard to gauge how long these songs are going to be because of the fact that they're all in one video. So it's crazy, but I did not think his like part was going to be that short. That is crazy, actually. I'm sorry about my chair as well, it's very irritating, so noisy. But yeah, I definitely didn't expect that, bro. That was crazy. I actually really liked, it's called, wait, yeah, it's called Thinking. So, oh yeah, the one that Woojin and Ryul has is called All Good. It's interesting that I think, oh wait a minute, so I actually want to count 1 2 3 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and then 1 2. Interesting. So Ryul's here 3 times, Woojin's there 3 times, Louis there 4 times, and then Ohyul's only there for 2 songs. Well, if you don't count like the Lngshot song, that's what I mean. You know, like, that's kind of interesting. Oh wait, it says the credits. So yeah, they for Are You Ready, it says that they all wrote the lyrics for that, so that's really cool. Composed by a load of people and Louis and Ohyul, that's interesting. Arranged by J Park and Kwon, that's cool. I'd love to know. Oh yeah, so Trust Myself was lyrics by Ryul and composed by Kwon and Ryul. Interesting. Arranged by Kwon and J Park, that's awesome. And then Thinking is composed by Brilliant, and then Ryul and Louis, lyrics by Ryul and Louis, and arranged by the brilliant person again. So that's cool. Actually, I love the fact that they're doing, I mean, from the lyrics you can kind of tell that it's probably going to be them. Oh my god. You can probably tell it's going to be them, right? But I just love getting the confirmation that it actually is them writing these songs and doing these things. I think that's so awesome, because it really fits, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think, so we've listened to 3 songs now, so let me say which ones are my favourites out of the 3. So for now, I would say Are You Ready is still my favourite, I would say. And then I would say, what was, hold on. What was his song called again? Trust Myself, yeah. I would say, I think I like Trust Myself more than this one. But I think the main reason why is just because I think it's a good song, as I say, but I think the actual message is the same as some of the ones that they've had for Training Day, and obviously that came later, but still it's a similar vibe, right? And I also just think, for me personally, I like Ryul in The Other Element more, just for his own voice, right? But I think he did a really good job here, and I really like his part, obviously, and I think they did a really good job of the composing and everything with the stuff they did with this song. I do have to say though, them talking about love is so funny. I mean, I know they're at the age they can be, but it's just so funny every time I listen, especially with Louis. But I think I'm just disappointed with how little Louis was in the song, but I think that's just because I thought he was going to be in it more, you know, just because of the fact that they wrote that it's both of them. So I really didn't expect it to be as short as it was, and him to not really get a lot. But because he's composing it as well, I think that gives it extra points. So even though it's my least favourite of the 3, I still don't dislike the song. Like, I'll definitely listen to it, you know what I mean? But Ryul has such a good flow. Like, in both of these songs, he has such a good flow. Like, you can't even lie about that, you know what I mean? Oh my god, it's been half an hour, bro. I need to stop talking so much throughout these songs. Let's just get into the next one. So Ryul, it's Ryul and Woojin. Oh, this is All Good. So yeah, let's listen to this. This is gonna be awesome. This is kind of cute. Oh, it's the first time I think they've said that 4shoboiz in a song, you know, out of the 4 so far. That's awesome. Oh, it's not finished. Oh, he's singing as well. I love it. Yo. Oh shit, advert. I love these guys so much, honestly. Bro, like that was so fun. Like the lyrics were so cute. I can't even lie. Like you can't tell me you didn't find that cute. Like that was adorable. I don't even know how to explain why I thought that was adorable, but like that was just adorable. Like the fact that they were basically talking to each other in the song, right? I think that was so good. That was such a good idea as well. That was honestly so cute. Oh my god, how am I gonna rank these? This is so difficult. No, but I think this is really good. I like the fact that it kind of was a bit what I thought it might have been, like, because I said the different things, right? I didn't know if he was gonna like rap or sing, and then he did both. I think that's kind of cool. I'm kind of happy that he did that. I think oh, but I love, wait, let me turn that thing off. Is it where was it? Was the I love the idea of what he was saying about brother, where you at? Where are you at? I'll run straight. Oh my god. And this was so good. Like I know it's like probably not meant to be adorable, but honestly I love this. This is so cute. I'll run straight to you, wait right there. See, that's so adorable. I don't know why, bro, but that's so cute. Different from the rest. A different vibe from the rest. You feel me? Check it out now. Ryul, he is my bro. Yeah. He said let's have fun. So okay. So I feel like this is probably a song where they were like, let's literally just have fun with this song. Like, let me see who wrote it. Lyrics by Woojin Ejeh and J Park. Oh, interesting. And then composed by a lot of people and Woojin and Ryul, so that makes sense. Arranged by Flevo, and then recorded by a load of people. And then over here it's, oh, this is so cool actually, like seeing that they actually write who did lyrics, who did composing, who did whatever. Like it's really cool actually being able to see that they did a lot of this stuff themselves. You know what I mean? Like he said again, let's have fun. Too many here, too many kappas. I agree, let's have fun. I did it. I feel like I'm about to make it mom's son. A son. I still don't know the true meaning. Bruh, honestly I love this. I love this. I'm spitting this shit like mum spaghetti, bro. That's the only thing that got me, because it was like obviously Eminem. I want to receive a sign from God. His words are tough. Oh, interesting. More love, more laughter, like more vision. I feel like that's gotta be a lyric that J Park wrote, surely. Another one. Go outside. Please hype me up. If it's not rap. Oh my god. No, I really love this song. I think this is a great song. I do think, because for me, I'm primarily not into as much rap, so this one's definitely the least likely for me to listen to a lot of, but I'll still add this to my stuff. I feel like it's interesting because obviously all of these songs, all 3 of these songs have been primarily rap based, because obviously it's got Ryul in them, so it makes sense that these ones are probably going to be my least favorite. But like, So like when it gets to the ones that are going to have primarily singing, it's going to make sense. I also find it interesting we haven't had a song where it's Ohyul and Ryul. Like I wonder if they just don't have a matching vibe maybe in the songs that they want to do. That could be interesting, right? In terms of that, because you can see why Woojin and Ryul would be in the same song. At first I didn't know why Ryul and Louis would be on the same song, but it also makes sense, like the way that they were in their song, like it actually makes sense, Ryul and Louis being in that song. And then the next one is Woojin's song by himself, so let's just go into that and listen. Of course this is what we're just ending the other one, hold on. This is obviously the end of the other one, so let's go. Here we go, Woojin's song. It's interesting actually because I think only Ryul and Woojin have their own solos on this. Oh. Oh, that was an interesting ending part. What did he say there? Because I know it's not it now. Oh, that was so interesting. And I already read that he's the one that wrote this. Like, he wrote the lyrics, he wrote the thing, along with... Who was it? Let me check. Because I want to say, you know, who the people are. Ohyul. I don't know how you say that. But yeah, that's awesome. Like, composing wise. That's so cool. I love this. Like, I love... Oh, this one's really long, actually. The Woojin and Ryul one I think is longer, but yeah. This one was really good. I actually really like this song. I love, you know, there's this thing that Woojin seems to always have on his voice. Like, with Ryul, you can always hear him completely, it feels like naked, right? Like, his voice feels like just his voice. But Woojin always has like something over his voice, you know, like an effect. And I find that really interesting. I kind of love the effect on his voice. But it also really makes me want to hear him do it live, because then I can hear him sing it, you know, properly. That'd be really cool if he did do it live. Maybe I'll have to do it in a separate video, because this is probably going to be an hour long by the time I'm finished. Like, all the different things that I was going to do in this video. But yeah, I really like that. That was so good. That might be my favorite. Might be my favorite even out of the first one too. Like, I think he's so talented, because he can rap and he can sing and he can dance. Like, bro, he's an ace in this group for sure. Like, you can't even lie about that, bro. He is an ace in this group. and I love it so much. I love his voice. I feel like the rest of these are going to be more singy ones, but obviously this song is more about him hoping that this girl is like alone and you know not in a relationship yet. Stuff like that. I'm assuming it's also kind of about them being he literally says what is the lyric, where is it? If you were by my side, if you ever loved me, then someday come back to me. Yeah, so it's like a relationship that's ended and then you know might come back, him wanting her to come back to him. That's honestly so cute, bro. Whenever I think about like how old these guys are, because they're still in school, right? Like Woojin and Louis, so it just makes me think they're so adorable, because obviously they could be dating people, or they could have started dating people, or whatever it is. And I think that's so cute to think about, because obviously in that age range you could, my god, people shouting out there. Anyway, I really like it, bro. I really love that these guys just sing about whatever they want to. I think it's so good that J-Park just lets them do that, because J-Park also has those songs, and like Me Like Ya and all the freaking iconic J-Park songs, bro, like that I still listen to. Like, it's literally insane how many songs that I listen to by J-Park, because I actually just love his songs and his voice and everything. So honestly, it's not that crazy that I'm gonna love the stuff that these guys do if they're gonna be in the same realm as anything J-Park does, right? Because that's the kind of vibe that is just awesome. But yeah, I love this song. I think this one is my favorite, actually. Let me have a look. Let me write it down here. I would say, what's this called again? Ejeh. I don't even know if that's an actual word, but I would say I think my favorite is Woojin, so Woojin, and then the Lngshot one, and then I would say, which out of those would be my favorite? I feel like it would be the Woojin and Ryul one, and then the Ryul Trust Myself, and then the Ryul and Louis Thinking one. I think that will be my order for now, out of the ones we've heard now. But yeah, I really love I just think it's so cute. She asked me if I'm okay. I told her, come on now, baby, please. Can't you see I lost everything? Oh, bruh. Broken heart, you pick the piece. You keep me waiting. Bruh, honestly, it's so cute. I can't even lie. It's so adorable. Oh, I just love it so much. Okay, let's get to the next one. So it's Ohyul and Louis Next to You. Let's go. So this one's the first one we're gonna sing of Ohyul, so that's cool. Oh, I can hear the Christmassy vibe. No, I could see how they would put this as a Christmassy vibe. Ooh, the French. Oh. That was cute. And I already know how introverted Louis is, so I wonder if he would even go up to anyone and be like, I like you. Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute they had that and put that in there, unless they made that up like for the song. I don't know, but that's so cute. If that really was just like something that actually happened in real life, that's so cute that they put that in here. So the lyrics are by them and Kieran, and composed by them and two other people, Kieran and GGMZ, and GGMZ also arranged it. Oh, this is cool. I love seeing how many different people, because it's obviously not the same people doing it, you know, like the same arrangers and everything. It's different people for like every song, which is really cool. Like they're not just using the same group of arrangers or composers or whatever it is. I think that's really awesome. That it's just people that I guess go with the vibe, maybe. I wonder. Also, I know that I forgot to say in the beginning, but I also know that Woojin did like the cover art. So I've been looking at the cover art this whole time, obviously, because it's on the screen and it always be moving and stuff. And I think it's so cute. It's honestly so cute. You can tell who everyone is, very obviously, and it's so adorable looking at it, for real. So yeah, but it's so cute. Like I love that he got to do that as well. You know, that he got to draw it, because that's adorable. The entire mixtape is charting in Spotify South Korea. That's so interesting. Honestly, that's so cool. But this is like trainee day time, right? Like when they're doing this as well. But as I say, I can see why this one got so much like love in terms of what? Oh my god. What am I talking about? I can understand why this one got so much like Christmassy. What is it? The remix. It is a Christmas song, right? The one, the change that they do to it. I think it is a Christmas thing they do to it. So yeah, that's really cool, because honestly you can see how they would do that, because as I say, it feels like you could do that to it, right? It feels like it could be changed like into a remix version of it and be Christmassy, like more Christmassy, because of the Next to You part especially, because like that's the type of vibe of Christmassy. And then as I say, it had like those jingly things that you could classify as like the bells and stuff, or the wind chime, not wind chime, the, you know, the bells that they have for Christmas times. But yeah, that's the type of stuff you have in Christmas songs. So I can really see how somebody would like somebody would want that to be changed. I don't know if they changed it or if it was like somebody else's decision to do that, but like it's honestly kind of funny. So I think this is technically the last song, right? Woojin and Louis' song is the last one technically. Oh wait, so actually technically Ohyul only got one song, right? Because Ohyul and Louis is technically the same one. So that means everybody got 3 apart from Ohyul. Ohyul got 1. Technically, because the other one is the same song, so it's just a remix. So that's really interesting. Ohyul, like, for real, only got 1 song on this mixtape, which is kind of crazy. Like, his voice is really good as well, so I don't really, maybe he just had less of a want to be part of like the actual song making process. I don't know, but that's really interesting, isn't it? I'd love to know like if like why he didn't have as much to do with it. Like maybe he just doesn't have as much want to be part of the stuff. As I say, everybody else has like at least 3 songs, right? So it's very interesting to me, because Woojin and Ryul to me feel like the most wanting to be in the music, because they have songs with differences, right? I feel like especially Woojin, I think, because obviously because of the fact that he can rap and he can sing, he's doing different things in each song that he's with. And obviously I haven't heard the one that he's got with Louis, but I have to assume this one's going to be awesome. Like, also it's the most replayed one, so like, yeah, I can already tell that people are going to love this song. Also, Louis does sound really different. He sounds way more baby in this. Like he doesn't sound as much like Justin Bieber in this. mixtape, he sounds way just more baby here to me. I don't know if that's because they're so much younger here maybe, but he doesn't sound as like he does in like the Training Day one, you know what I mean? I don't know, but that's just me. Maybe it's just like the effects as well that he's had on his voice for the songs that we've heard. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, let's get to the next one. So hold on, let's go. I'm honestly curious why this one's the most replayed. Oh. Ooh. That's so cool. I really love the like lazy way that that Woojin sings, the stuff that he does, you know. And Louis' voice is so good. Ooh. I love that they're singing together here. And then it's Louis. Oh my god, is that the end? Yo, that was the end, bro. No, I can see why that one is the most, like, the most replayed one, actually. Because I actually, yeah, no, wait a minute. So, I think I'll have to change the order again. Hold on. Woojin Louis, what's this one called? My Side. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to do something different, which is I'm gonna have to put, so Woojin, oh actually, which one would be my favorite out of those two? I think I like Woojin's the most, and then this one, and then the Ohyul and Louis one, and then the Lngshot one, and then Woojin and Ryul's one, and then Ryul's Trust Myself one, and then Ryul and Louis. That's my order. So technically that is the end, but I'll still listen to the next two you like remix version, whatever it is. But bro, the lyrics, wait a minute, hold on. I feel like this was honestly really cute. I honestly, I really like the lyrics of the song too. I feel like it was really cute. Even if you hate it, hold me once more, yeah. I just want you tonight. Alright. I guess I needed you, yeah. Also, Louis' like part of the song, you know, like the high parts that he was doing, like the chorus, I feel like that was really awesome, like hearing him belt those parts. And I think that they fit really well together. As I say, I love the fact that Woojin has the type of lazy kind of vocal, right? He has like that really lazy voice, if that makes sense. And then Louis has that kind of more bright sounding, and his delivery isn't lazy, like it's very just like straightforward, you know. And I love the differences between the both of them, because even though to me, if they just sound, if they did the same thing, if they had the same vibe, they would sound very similar to me, you know. But because they don't actually have the same specific tone, they don't have the same specific thing, like in Moonwalking, even though you can tell them apart, obviously, there's a specific vibe they both have anyway, when they sing the same part, right? And I love both of their parts. Like they all sing it a different way anyway, and I think it's really awesome. Actually, in Moonwalking, Ryul also sang in that, didn't he? I forgot all about that, but he does sing in that one. He sings at the very end as well. But yeah, bro, I think this one is definitely my favorite. I love this song a lot. So I would say, yeah, Woojin is my favorite like song in general, and then this one is my favorite like duo song, you know. I really like this song. I think this is a very, very good song. I wonder if I had to choose out of like any of these songs and the Training Day one, I think I'd still choose Training Day. But I really like the fact that this is like the way they started, right? I like the fact that this is how they wanted to start off their career. Like, these are the songs that they wrote, these are the songs that they chose to have out and wanted it out and stuff. I think that's awesome. I also just love the fact that Woojin and Louis got to sing together, because, as I say, I think they have such a good vibe, and I just wish that more people would care about Woojin. You know, because so many people care about Louis, and they also, I've seen a lot of people that like Ohyul too, and then obviously Ryul, because he's the rapper, like he's the main rapper. But then a lot of people, because of that, just don't seem to talk about Woojin a lot. And even when it's like performances and stuff, I feel like they look at him the least, even though he's amazing. So it really does suck, but I hope more people actually start noticing him. But let's get to the remix version of the Next to You one. Oh wait, let me see who wrote that actually. I'm sure it was both of them. Oh yeah, lyrics by Woojin and Louis and J Park. Oh, it was this. Oh, it's a sped up version. That's what this one is. Do I really need to watch this if it's just a sped up version? I don't know. I guess I'll still listen to it. Oh, this is kind of funny. Bruh, they literally did just speed up the whole song. That's hilarious. Bruh. Okay, so I just want to say that the what is it? So Oh Lee is the person that worked on Woojin's solo song, and they also worked on the My Side, so Woojin and Louis song. So that also makes sense why I liked this song a lot, or why I like both of them a lot. It was the same like people that worked on it. That person only worked on those two songs on this mixtape as well. So yeah, the fact that they're my favorites actually makes a lot of sense. Because it is the ones that person worked on. So that's kind of cool that they have the same kind of vibe as well. And I don't think anyone else really worked on this twice, but I could be wrong. Kwon was there a few times on Are You Ready and on Trust Myself. I don't think they were anywhere else though, right? Yeah, I don't think they were anywhere else. Very interesting though. It is very interesting, as I say. But this was a great starting point for them, I think. You know, if I had listened to this first, I think that would be really cool. But obviously I never did, so I kind of wish I listened to this before I listened to the Training Day one, because then I could have seen their evolution, because you can definitely feel the evolution, right, of like the tones as well, I guess, like especially with Louis. But I find that very interesting that this was the starting point. And I know that J Park also talked about the like EP and the mixtape are in like a different thing. What's it called? Like they are part of like a specific I forget what it's called, but he said like this one was what they wanted to do at this time, and then the Training Day one is what they wanted to do as like an idol or whatever. Or no, or maybe the short color one, maybe the moonwalking type one is the one that they wanted to show as idols, and then the Training Day one is what they wanted to show as just like people in general at the age they were. And then maybe the new one that they're doing with J Park is what they want to do as just like hip-hop artists, maybe, because that'd be really interesting actually to think about, because they definitely are going to be doing more hip-hop with the fact that they've got J Park like with them in this kind of EP time, right? So I think that's going to be interesting to see the differences of each era that they go through, because obviously a lot of people's favorites are probably going to be like maybe Moonwalking, or maybe even the Training Day EP, or maybe even the mixtape. Like, you know, they're going to switch up all the time, so you kind of got to stay with them or not, you know. It's kind of like you know, it's kind of like not putting yourself in a box, which I really like, because there's no way that you could come up with a song and then straight away come out with like the same song again, right? I feel like that's just never really works for a lot of groups. I feel like sometimes it does, because like when Momoland came out with Boom Boom, right, they did Bam as well, and that one was basically the same song but just Bam instead of Boom. I feel like they shouldn't have done that, but they did, and it kind of worked. But also I feel like it's just like they didn't need to do that. They could have just come back with a better song instead of doing the same thing twice. But it happens a lot where people just think, or the company thinks like we need to do the same thing again because we have to, because that's what Blackpink does as well. Which I like the fact that Lngshot isn't doing that, right? I feel like J Park's doing a good job of like making sure that they stick to what they want to do, but also not doing the same thing 1,000 times. So I think that's kind of cool, because obviously Sourcing and like Moonwalking are nothing alike. But I also think like FaceTime and Never Let Go and Moonwalking are like in a similar realm, rather than Sourcing, right? I feel like Sourcing isn't really like most of the other songs that they have on that thing, so I feel like it's interesting to show their side of it. I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, if you like this reaction, thank you for watching, thank you for staying, if you did anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Thank you.
That was a lot of like nonsense.
Can't be kidding.